much. Well, because of these storms that barreled through New York last night, you have city leaders that were concerned about the migrants that were living at the Floyd Bennett Field, about 5 miles from James Madison High School. So they said, you know what, we're worried the tents are going to collapse because of the rain and all the winds. Let's move them into James Madison High School on the 2nd floor into the gymnasium. Let's tell the kids, the students there, tomorrow, which is today, this morning, we're going to go remote. So they displaced 2,000 students at that school who don't come from the best economic situation. You're out, and we're going to move these migrants in.
That's right. The neighborhood that they transferred these migrants to is a minority location for the most part. For the kids who go to Madison High School, 63% come from economically disadvantaged homes, 52% are minorities. Taxpayer cost per student, and this is for every kid in New York City. Look at that. It costs $45,000 for every kid in New York City. What's interesting about the decision to go ahead and take, and you set it up perfectly, out at that former airstrip that they have placed these tents, you know, rather than drive the tents into the ground with stakes, they can't because they're on a runway and they can't break the concrete. So what they did is they just used heavy stones and things like that. There was a storm on December the 18th, and apparently the wind gusts were up to 50 miles per hour, and bolts shook loose in the tents, and the migrants were horrified. And so that is why yesterday, exactly 24 hours from right now, Brian, the city said, all right, we're going to move them into this particular high school, and all those kids who go there normally will have to study remotely.
It's unbelievable how much these kids have to pay the price. Not only the economically disadvantaged in a tough area, they're in overcrowded classrooms where many of these kids do not speak English, even have Spanish, even as their first language. It's a different language. And then on top of that, they're asked to stay home and do the Zoom learning, which we know is absolutely detrimental to advancement. And then we find out they're going to go into the classroom, but for how many days? And then they got to clean the classroom, so it's probably the rest of the week. Now, according to a statement from the city, they said they had no choice. The health and safety of migrants in our care is a top priority. To be clear, this relocation is a proactive measure being taken out of abundance of caution to ensure the safety and well-being of individuals working and living at the center. It makes me wonder what they're doing on Randall's Island on those turf fields. They also can't drive spikes into those turf fields, I would hope. So they, I imagine, on Randall's Island, a location which is always a bit challenging. It literally is an island. Right. Where are those kids going to go? On top of that, that was brought up by Ron DeSantis last night. Here's an example of a concerned New Yorker without kids. Watch.
I hope it's just for one night. That's even one night too long. It should be, they shouldn't have even been to this country. They should have came here legally like everybody else. I'm from Israel. It took me 16 years to get my my green card. Why should they cut the line in front of other people that have been working really hard to get their citizenship in this country? They're already getting free New York IDs. They're getting free shelter, free food, free clothing. Everything is for free, and it's on our taxpayers, not anybody else's.
So another neighbor said there are 1,900 people getting thrown into my neighborhood, half a block from where I live, and we don't know who they are. They're not vetted, and a lot of them have criminal records and backgrounds, and we don't even know. Students and teachers, they don't even know when they're going back, Brian and Steve. And the students learning, what about their learning? It's so disruptive. And one of the councilwomen, who's a Republican for the city, said that they should have been placed somewhere like the Park Slope Armory. Right. My question is, out of all the places in New York City, why would they place them in a high school and make the students suffer?
You know,
why?
They don't want to put them in Park Slope. It's rich. Those rich people don't want illegal immigrants in their gyms, in their houses, in their complexes. You put it in working class communities. That's the key. They don't have much of a voice. That's why in Long Island, they put them in places like Brentwood, who are a working class community, heavily Spanish, who doesn't really have a lot of political sway. But this is a major story because there's limited resources. The city's buried in debt right now, already cutting back on cops and firefighters, and now additional fees for illegals. And guys, they keep on coming to the Port Authority. No one's stopping them.
Well, here's the thing. You know, it could have been so much worse because it's currently that the city of New York is housing, 60,000 migrants all across the city. Brian, you mentioned Randall's Island. According to the New York Post this morning, they didn't take the migrants from Randall's Island because it's not prone to flooding. They were worried about the flooding out there at Floyd Bennett Field. But as they
I guess
moved
not the winds.
Yeah, well, they weren't. It's the other is a runway with a lot of open space. But here's the thing. In this particular neighborhood where they've moved all of those migrants, how many of those people in Brooklyn voted for Joe Biden? I would bet most of them voted for...
Well, this is his crisis.
Absolutely. You know what? And this morning they are furious about what has happened. They are now motivated to think this guy doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to migration. It's curious. There was something circulating on Twitter yesterday. A fellow by the name of Tom Dees said that, and this is, I haven't confirmed this, but apparently he had heard that Lee Zeldin from New York has received formal media training. He's being vetted to serve as Donald Trump's vice president. What that would mean is that Donald Trump is interested in trying to flip New York State, from going Democrat, as it has for decades, to red. And an issue like this, with Lee Zeldin as his vice president, if this rumor were true, I can see exactly where that's coming from.
That'd be interesting. It's really New York City that causes our state to be so blue,
right,
because there are other areas in upstate, there are places out on Long Island, right, that are very Republican.
And this is where the migrant problem is a mess.
This is Joe Biden's crisis. So when you're going to the polls, just remember, this is his crisis. And you didn't know much about the crisis before, probably because you didn't live in Texas. But now the rest of the country is discovering what his crisis looks like, because many of these migrants are moving into
right,
your community. They get free housing, they get free food, everything's for free.
Laundry.
They don't pay for anything. And then when you look at what we're paying per student to go to school in New York City, more than $45,000
right,
a student, and they're being kicked out and someone else is moving in that didn't come here the right way. And I love that soundbite of the man who said, I'm from Israel. It took me more than a decade to get here. We did it the right way. Why do you think you can jump the line?
Well, those migrant kids are winding up with an education that costs taxpayers $45,000 per kid.
Good point.
When you look at the Rio Grande River and we see the migrants coming across with the children, your heart breaks for it. But the number of kids who wound up in New York City schools, just remember, just see an invisible 45K on each one of those kids.
There's nothing wrong with thinking about your country first, but there's also nothing wrong with those kids. I'm watching 7-year-olds get off a school bus, go into a high school. It's a tough situation. We have nothing against those kids. They're put in this situation. Their parents thought it would be a great idea to come to America. We just can't absorb it, and our president can't understand it. Governor Ron DeSantis knows New York's story is a national story. Listen to him last night.
You talk about putting Americans last. You're having these kids, you're depriving these kids of in-person education to be able to house people that don't have a right to be here to begin with. That's Joe Biden's America in a nutshell. So I think it's disgraceful that that's happening. So this has been one of Biden, probably the biggest failure, just simply because he has more control over this. There's certain things the president may not have direct control over. He is causing this. He could stop it, and he's choosing not to stop it.
He is absolutely right. That was taken short. That soundbite came at a West Des Moines, Iowa town hall after the town hall he had last night here on Fox. Tonight on Fox, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Donald Trump's going to sit down with Brett and Martha. You're going to want to see it. It is must-see.
Brian, did you see the hecklers last night when Ron DeSantis was up there on stage with Martha?
Yeah. I tell you, just real quick, Steve, on your point with Lee Zeldin. Another person is Elise Stefanik from New York, getting popular by day. She's going to be on in a couple of hours right here. Word is that she's a finalist to be his running mate should he get the nomination.
Ask if she's getting formal media training, because apparently that's what Lee Zeldin is.
Well, Lee doesn't need any training, man. He's experienced.
I'm just saying, he's apparently getting the training. Yeah. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.